Hey everybody, Ray the Video Guy here, and today I've got a special guest once again, Mr. James Knight. James, how are you today?
Hi, Ray. I'm very grateful to be here, and I was really looking forward to this. I mean, I always have a great time on Ray's show, and you know what? I think I get more out of it than everybody else here because it's so much fun, really.
Nice. Well, it's good to have you back because, boy, I'll tell you, I feel like such a slacker around you because you're constantly coming out with all this great new stuff, and I'm sitting there going, well, yeah, my first product of the year should be coming soon, and you're on what? What is this, fifth, sixth product already this year?
I really don't even count it, really. It's just that YouTube is always coming out with so many new methods, really, and we just try to keep up with everything and really just try to bring out all these new methods, you know, constantly, especially when me and my developers, we found some loopholes inside Google and YouTube to actually get you guys ranked, and that's what why we put them out on so many products. You know what? It's great stuff, and it's fun marketing on YouTube, and you can make it huge money and huge living, really, like Ray does and I do. I mean, this stuff is fun actually marketing on YouTube.
It is, barring the tech issues like we're dealing with today everywhere, but for the most part, we love video marketing, and that's what we're here to talk about today because you've got another new course. And this one is called Fast YouTube Cash, not to be confused with YouTube Quick Cash or YouTube Money Machine.
Yes, and this one is a little bit different. They kind of show the bigger money where we're making around $24,000 a month, and we got proof in there constantly. But what I'm trying to say is that really YouTube, like I said, is fun, but there's a lot of methods that you really should stick with. And where I get a lot of my information is that I constantly do a lot of YouTube videos, but also I learn through hard knocks. Like, if this doesn't work, let's go through another path. You know, like I said before many times, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, it's good timing to start talking about all these things because, boy, I'll tell you, the message boards are alive and kicking today with YouTube craziness. So why don't you help us to steer our way through the craziness of YouTube today, and tell us a little bit about what you're doing with this product and exactly what people can learn from you here.
Oh, definitely. Well, one thing about YouTube is that you got to be persistent because a lot of times you don't rank overnight in 24 hours. Sometimes you can with a lot of methods that I teach in the course. But the main thing is you want to be persistent. And when I say persistent, say you're on page 3. You keep nudging it further and further and further. If you don't get up, you'll take that #1 spot. And that's one of the methods I've actually done is that a lot of I teach, which is very important, is that you want to actually use, when you make a YouTube video, I like to talk in the YouTube video. The reason I say that, and I've said it before, is that they do pick up the words inside YouTube video. Why I say this is the quick little story of when my aunt sang Coal Miner's Daughter. And she's, oh, I used to be a coal miner's daughter. And I was actually videotaping it with my phone right here. I know it's a big butt phone, but you know what, when your eyes are getting bad, you want to see it. So I put it on YouTube, and all of a sudden it picked up as copyright. So if you guys say your keywords maybe 3 to 5 times inside the video in YouTube, YouTube will pick it up. Another thing I'd like to do, very important, is you can use annotations like Ray does. And if you put your keywords in 3 to 5 times inside there, it will pick it up. And that will also keep you ranking. There's a lot of other factors, such as when you do your description, 300 to 500 words unique. Don't just steal somebody else's article, because that's totally wrong. But not only that, but YouTube will actually pick it up as not unique, and that's not good. They like unique, and then I usually about 300 to 500 words, like I said, and I like to put my keyword about 3 to 5 times. Keyword-wise, about 3 of them. Don't go crazy with it. And another thing, let me give you guys a golden nugget. I know Ray knows this. If you want to try to get somebody else's keywords, it doesn't always work if they block it. But if you right-click and click View Source, and then Control Find, that's on the left corner on the bottom, and F, Control F, and then put keyword inside there. Sometimes all the keywords will show up, and you can actually grab somebody else's keywords. That's what I like. And I know Ray knows all about this, but this is something that actually a lot of guys out there that probably don't know this yet.
Absolutely. And by the way, for everybody listening, one of the things we talked about a week and a half ago was a free product called vidIQ for the Chrome browser that will actually put up all those tags in the on the screen itself. So when you go to a video, you'll actually be able to see all those tags if you use that free plugin, and that's a huge help. And of course, there's some software that we've talked about recently that does that as well. But very important to grab those competitive tags because those guys that are number one are number one for a reason, right? So
Exactly.
you might as well use what they're using.
So everybody hears that, because even me, what was the name of that software?
It's vidIQ, VIDIQ. If you just search that, you'll find it.
Exactly,
nice, quick
everybody.
plugin.
And I'm going to tell you, that is a golden nugget themselves. I'm going to write that down myself even. I'm going to tell you that is a gem that Ray just gave us, everybody, and I hope that everybody picks that up really, just because you know what, it just makes your work easier. The reason that I like software is because it gives you that advantage over your competitors. Remember, everybody, that when you're on that first page of Google, everybody's your competitor. So everybody, it's like going to battle. And when you actually get software or you acquire software, it's like coming up with, maybe if they don't have software, they have a knife, you have a flamethrower. So you're going to give them a very unfair advantage. You're going to beat them out most of the times. And not only that, but every time you pick, and I try to pick up anything that's maybe under $10, that's actually maybe a course about YouTube or even Facebook. The reason is, like I said before, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. You want to be the best, you want to be the expert at YouTube. If you're an expert at YouTube, there will be no competition because they don't have the tools that you have. And that's really important. A lot of people are asking me, there's KeepVid. So if you want to download a YouTube video, that's what I use too. And a lot of times, a lot of people, and a lot of times, remember, YouTube is actually a sharing network. So, I mean, I wouldn't steal somebody else's, but a lot of people do put intros and outros to it. But ask permission first, and then a lot of times the person will actually allow you to do that. And I've seen a lot of students use that, and the other person didn't mind using that, and they sometimes will rank even higher than the next guy by using the annotations and talking into the video.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this: if you were to put down in like a sentence, fast YouTube cache, what exactly is it? What will people learn with that?
Well, one thing that if I was going to actually tell my buddy Don, who's my best friend of all time, is that what you're going to learn is two things. Getting your video ranked within 24 hours. That's what I teach. Okay? I mean, you know what? Getting it ranked is getting views to it. That's real important. The second thing you're going to learn is how to trade that traffic or change it into cold cash. And that's what you really want. We actually show you how to pick affiliate offer and to actually promote that and turn views to it. And that's going to get you a lot of traffic, which will turn into a lot of money. I made anywhere, which Ray has done probably just as well, if not better than me, $800, $1,000 easy a day through promoting affiliate products. One of the reasons that I'm able to do that is that if you go on muncheye.com, you can see new products coming up all the time. If you get on there first and make a YouTube video out of it and follow the methods where I talk about in the course with the annotations and talking on a video, everything's very simple, and RSS feeds. This is all just extra tools so that when you go into battle, you actually be top ranking on that video. So they usually will see yours first. And remember, when you're promoting a JB Zoo product on Muncheye, there's very little competition if you get in there first.
Absolutely. And we've seen that. In fact, when we did the first ever promotion that I ever did, big promotion, was for a product called App Empire. And that's exactly what we did. I had never done a big promotion like that before. We made a couple of videos. The day before the program opened, we got to page 1 for a video, and we sold $20,000 worth in the next 7 days. And I mean, that just shows that this does work. But that was when I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never promoted anything, other than saying, oh yeah, I use this software to somebody personally. I'd never really gone out there and tried to promote a product before. And I mean, we killed it with that. And it was so easy. I mean, we probably did, an hour's worth of work to see that kind of result from it, and we've repeated that a few times when big launches have come out, Video Genesis and a few others. So it definitely works with the big products. It works with the small products. fact, here's one near and dear to your heart. If you search up Profit Pirate, you'll see a nice little video on page 1 at the top right now, and you know, that's been bringing in money, and that's my video. So.
Yeah, I can tell you, Ray's a master at video marketing. I mean, I don't know if everybody's saying this. I know he's very modest, but inside the course, I give a video of what actually how he does. I think it was with the bombs blown up or anything or something. There's a lot of crazy stuff, but inside the course, you'll see his video. I mean, I'm real proud of that, really, because it's so cool. And then what's cool about Ray is that he has this little man. We were talking about this. I would say, how the heck do you do it? Where there's a Ray just walks out in the video, turns around and walks right out. And I'm going to tell you, that is amazing, everything. And a lot of this, but you know what? These are tools. These are stuff that when you go into battle, it makes your video unique. And when you, like for example, what I do like to do inside a lot of videos is use a lot of humor. Very important, because you need something that will be a pattern interrupt, okay? And think of a pattern interrupt as, that's a pattern interrupt. Okay, another one is that if you have a silly laugh, that can be a pattern interrupt. Put a silly hat on, pattern interrupt. Anything can be a pattern interrupt, but what it does is it keeps you on the whole video. Now, video retention is very important. If you give a lot of good information on your YouTube video, for example, information video, or if you're reviewing a product, you do some teaching, that will keep a person on the video, because if you go into tools, I haven't went in there for a while, but the tools, it will actually show how long a person has been on your video. And if a person just stays on from maybe 0 to 90 seconds, which I actually make most of my videos between 60 seconds and 90 seconds, then YouTube will actually serve it up higher. Very important. That's why I use humor or great information or both.
Nice. And I find that too, because that's a question that we get quite often, you know, especially in the Facebook groups. People will say, well, gee, my video is 3 minutes. Is it too long? And, you know, what I always tell people is you want to keep your video as long as necessary, but as short as possible. And I think that's a big takeaway from this. You know, I mean, if you can say the same thing that you say in 3 minutes in a minute and a half, then say it in a minute and a half. But, you know, if it really does take 5 minutes to say what you need to say to give full value, then take the 5 minutes by all means. You know, we're in the bankruptcy niche. We deal with a lot of bankruptcy lawyers. Some of those videos are 8 or 9 minutes long, but the information needs to be 8 or 9 minutes long, and people, they'll stay around because they need that information. But like I always say, just keep it as short as you can, and you know, you'll do better with that. So.
Exactly. I remember my wife was looking for how to get rid of fleas for a dog. And, you know, we were talking about where you put that stuff on their neck. I mean, everybody has a dog, you know, and got to comb the hair out, put it through there and everything. But she was learning of how to actually do that. And that must have been at least a 7 to 12-minute video. And she would have never actually stayed on it if it was only 30 seconds or 90 seconds. So depending, like Ray said, the information to get to the audience is where you want to start first. And one thing also, a lot of people, I just have so much information, but we don't want to make this 3 hours, 5-hour video, is that try to look at what the top competitor's doing. Okay, don't copy off them. But for example, what I like to do is, let's say we're actually promoting instant video cash. Instant video cash, do a pipe. Then put instant video cash review. That's what I like. And then if you guys could do annotations, like I said, and then you can do the 3 keywords and mention it over and over and over inside the video, that's even better. And then do it in the description. Man, you guys will actually own that top spot if you really just work it right. And plus, if you use the tactics that I show inside the video in the course, you know what? You'll actually just rule it for quite a while, because people are going to constantly try to bump you off. That's a given. But you know what? If you do everything right with the system that I have shown inside the course, you'll stick there. I'm going to tell you, it's like being on the top of the mountain, like being an 800-pound gorilla and say, hey, I dare you to knock me off, because they won't be able to. You're solid. And that's what I actually show inside the course, is how to build a strong foundation, like for your house. Because if you have a weak foundation, people can knock you off within 15, 20 minutes. There's been times that I've actually went after free iPhone 5, which has over 1 million searches. But because I've actually set up a strong foundation, like I showed in the course, I've had it on for quite a while. And the only time that it could actually knock me off, which is, you know, unscrupulous, is sometimes people will flag you. Now, that is wrong. Do not go around flagging, because YouTube will actually be able to tell. And you're flagging people, you know what's going to happen? When somebody, for example, let's say Tom Green, actually, you know, finds out and says, hey, you know what, contacts YouTube. Somebody flagged me. You know what? They can actually have a live person actually go over there and check it, and they'll be able to tell who actually flagged that. Now, if you're flagging people and it's being done spammy-wise, they can actually ban your YouTube channel. So that's just to put, you know, people out there. And if you do get flagged and suspended, don't worry about it. It is done by the YouTube community, but you can actually have them actually check and review your video or channel, and they will put it back online. Most of these people are outsourced out of India, and they're very nice people.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, a friend of mine who had a very big channel, Brandon, he you know, sold with video is his channel, and he had that where somebody had flagged him, and he got pulled down, and he was able to get it reviewed, and the next day it was back up and running, and they were happy with it. And you know, so they will do that. They will check things. Now, obviously, if you're doing something wrong, you know, maybe you're not going to get it back. But as long as you're not doing anything wrong, they're pretty fair, and they'll get you back up there. I haven't had any issues lately, so keep our fingers crossed with that. But hopefully nobody will flag anything that we do. So now, James, going back to ranking in 24 hours, like you said, which actually I've had a lot of luck with that lately. I know a lot of people have been questioning, gosh, can you still rank like you used to and everything? But you know, I've had a lot of luck with a lot of the products that we've done lately. I've gotten right to page 1 instantly, or well, within a 24-hour period. One question that's been going around now is that YouTube or Google just did an update where they're going after people that are doing things with backlinks, and that videos may be targeted with this. And you know, some of these videos that have been #1 for a long time have plummeted and whatnot. You know, what's your thought on that at this point?
I'm going to tell you exactly the way to go. Very important. Don't mess around with paid views and subscribes or anything. YouTube and Google have more PhDs working for them than NASA. Okay, come on. Now, the best way to do it is that I do have a mastermind group, which the link is inside there, inside the course. We have over 10,700 members inside there right now. We're hoping to hit 20,000 by January, and I feel pretty good about that. Now, what you can do is that you can put your YouTube video there and ask the members to like and view and share your video. That is the proper way to do it. Another way is that you can actually try to get your friends to view it, and you get your friends to like it. The more comments that you get in there, the better. But when your friends do comment on it, or even other people do comment on it, try to get them to use your keyword in there. If you get them to use the keyword, that will also help rank the video even more. Another thing I like, okay, now you guys are looking, I can keep going on and on. I love teaching. This is my passion. What I like to do is I like to make a Facebook page for it and put my YouTube video there. I like to also go to Blogger and put my URL there and my video there. I like to make a Twitter one and name it with a keyword and all of this. Now what I like to do is take all those 3 things, put in my description. What's happening? We're actually building like a link pyramid around in a circle, and it's going round and round. This is easy stuff to do. Don't make this complicated. You follow the methods, but you know what? You need a system. I can't just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to tell you, when I say I have a system, I have a system. There's a pad of paper. I know I'm not the most sophisticated person in the world with no pad and all that, but I actually go step by step, and I have a checklist of what I have to do. And after that, I move on to my next YouTube video. Another thing, guys, if when you do get this course, because it's only we'll talk about it, it's less than a sub sandwich at Subway, which I used to own a franchise, is that what you want to make sure to do is when you get this course, don't just put it down. Take action. It's easy to do. I want you at least to make 10 videos a day. When you get into the mastermind group and I ask you, he says, well, I made it, you know, I'm not doing as well as the other guys because I see somebody actually posted they made $300 one day. I'm going to ask you, how many videos did you make? I expect everybody, when they get this course, to at least make 10 videos. Now, you can make a video less than 90 seconds. Come on. And then what I like to do is after you make your videos, on the weekends, it won't take you that long, then you can SEO them, right? So this is all easy peasy. Don't make it hard. Take action and focus. Try to get one thing done at a time. Don't try to do this, 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 this. You won't get nothing done. Anybody who says that they're a multitasker is a bunch of bull shenanigans, okay? Because nobody gets everything done. You got to concentrate on one thing, get it done, then move on to the next.
Absolutely. No, we've in live sessions we've actually done multitasking trainings talking about that specifically and showing people that, hey, when you try to do the multitask, it doesn't quite work. But now specifically going to the big question is spammy links lately. That seems to be today's. Wow, I'm starting to lose my voice here for the first time in my life. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Wow, that never happens.
Not to me.
No, I've never had that problem before. Wow. The big question is spammy links. Now, obviously, in the past, we've all been through video courses, ranking courses that have said, oh, go to 1 hour backlinks and get a whole bunch of links. Or go to Fiverr and buy 10,000 backlinks, comment backlinks, things like that. And in the past, that totally, completely, and utterly worked. You could put up a video, send 10,000 links from porn sites and whatever they use, all this crazy stuff, and get ranked. What's your thoughts specifically on the backlinks? Because that seems to be a big issue today.
Quality versus quantity. It's always quality. Go with what I like to do is you can actually Google this. Go to YouTube sharing sites, for example, Vimeo, and there's a ton of them really. You're gonna find a list, and what I'll do later on for anybody that gets in, I'll make sure that I put a list of all the video sharing sites that you guys can do. There's just so many of them. I mean, MetaCafe, and you know what? There's about 36, 46. Go with that. Get the quality links. It takes you minutes to actually put your link in there, join it, and once you join, your account's already set. Then all you got to do is go in there, upload your video, put some keywords inside there, and just go on to the next one. There's about 36 of them, but you know what? It's time well spent. And if you guys want to go by quality links, okay, I hear this all the time. Okay, let me give you guys a golden nugget. Very important. I hope you guys have a pad of paper like I do and a pen, because if you miss this, you're going to have to watch the whole video again. And I think it's going to go on for at least another 4 hours. So keep in mind, this is what I'm going to tell you, is take the URL of the YouTube video, put it in the search, click enter. What's going to come up? All the backlinks, maybe 5, 6 pages worth. Now, a lot of times there's nothing done. So all you got to do is maybe do 10% more than somebody else. What I would do is actually go in there. Let's say we put a URL inside there. Let's say you're promoting maybe fast YouTube cash or whatever. You put that URL inside there when you see somebody's on top. Then what you do is you copy all those backlinks. There might be only 6 backlinks. Now do 3 or 4 more. Boom. You have a huge chance to actually rank higher than this person, and you will stick a lot longer. And how do you get more quality backlinks? You put more URL videos, the URL videos that are up on top. Let's say Justin Bieber. I don't care what it is, but some crazy high page, rank 4 or 5. Grab all those backlinks. Now, every time you make a YouTube video, make sure you put your backlink in all those websites, or it's very easy to do. That is one of the gems that I've taught many times, especially inside this course.
Absolutely, and that's what I've found lately too. Is a lot of people saying, "Oh, my video plummeted and whatnot," but I haven't really seen that. And I think part of that is because what I like to do is, if you're doing a video about car repair, chances are you're going to do better if you're on a high PR website about car repairs than if you're on one about cooking. It's just logical. And there's some softwares out there that will help you find those right places. But, search out those high PR sites that are related and get your backlinks from there. Put in quality content on those things. Don't just throw garbage out there. But, just to go back a little bit, you talked about the video sites, and those are great backlinks. And what I actually like to do is use software like Traffic Guys or things like that, which in one shot will upload your video to those other sites and then point that link back to the YouTube video. And that's been very successful. And you can actually go on Fiverr and get somebody to do the Traffic Geyser stuff for you. That's actually something that will work if you want to get something done on Fiverr. But if you stick with Dailymotion, MetaCafe, and a few of those, you don't have to do 20 of them. Just do the first couple of them and at least get it up there and start ranking from that. It's going to be a big boost to your video.
You're totally right. And if you're not ranking right away, just do more of the video ones. You know, there's tons of them out there. And like I said before, you can either Google it, or you can go inside the mastermind group and you'll find all this stuff. I mean, you know, let me tell you guys, don't make it complicated. Okay, it's not complicated. It's very easy to do. If I can do it, you can do it. Let me tell you, who's this for? It's for it's either if you're a beginner or advanced. If you're a part-time mother who has a part-time job with 3 kids, you can actually do this. How long does it take a day? It takes 30 to 60 minutes to do this. You can make 3 to 6 or 7, 8 videos real quick. Once you get this done, the reason is because you want to get practice. When you start making maybe 10 videos a day, you're going to be real good at it. I'm telling you, you're going to be real good at it because you're getting practice. But you got to jump in the water. You just got to start. Don't be telling me all of a sudden, I ask you, how many videos you're making, and saying, I haven't made 8. You know what? It's easy to do. You can use Active Presenter. You can use so many free YouTube video screening things. I mean, you don't even have to be in camera to do this, okay? You can actually take Jing.com, okay? I mean, it's all easy to do. Don't make it complicated. It's not brain surgery. Just do something. And if you do something, you will get results.
Beautiful. Well, and I like that. That's what I like to say all the time, is all these things we talk about work, but only if you do. And unfortunately, that's what's going to put you ahead too. If you are willing to put in the work and actually do it, you're going to be ahead of 90% of the people out there who aren't willing to do it. And you can't do it for one day and expect to be a millionaire. You've got to work at this. You've got to keep building it. You've got to keep it going. You got to do it over and over and over again. Like they say, it's a 5% inspiration and 95% perspiration, and you got to get out there and actually do it in order to see that success. And if you do, trust me, believe me, a year ago, I was somebody who didn't do it every time and would sit there and go, that doesn't work. But once I finally picked something and just went straight at it, that's when we started to really see success. And it's been just uphill ever since. It's like a snowball. It just keeps building and building on itself. And you can do this. You can do it. I didn't make a living online last year, but now I do. I've stopped doing a lot of the work that I do now because this pays a lot more with a lot less work and a lot less hassle. And it flat out works if you're willing to do the work.
Ray's exactly right. Now, remember, I started in 1998 when I started doing this. And you know what? I didn't know everything, like I said in the beginning. I was making 60 cents a day. But I'm telling you guys, I started making maybe 300 a day. And I'm talking about every day. And that's about $100,000 a year. And then you're going to get up to $600, $800, $1,000 a day. Now, keep in mind that what this is basically a business in a box. And keep in mind that you guys have to do something, because remember, the government's not going to be there to save you later on. There's not going to be any Social Security because that's already eaten away. Which guys don't want to be all of a sudden 65, 70 years old. And not anything against Publix for bagging groceries at that age. You don't want to be having your children taking care of you. You want to have a business. This is very easy to replicate. You guys need to actually go forward and listen to what I'm saying, because you guys can do this. Now, why do I say that you guys can do this? Because I have 10,700 students inside that group, and they're actually putting up snapshots. And Ray will tell you this. I mean, some are saying I made $300 a day. Some are I'm making $400 a day. And these are students that just got in there maybe about a couple weeks ago. So this is very possible for you to do it. And I'm going to tell you, I'll be there, in there. I mean, a lot of guys are saying, well, I get my Skype, which is I'm Lucky James. And anybody can call me. I'll get to you. I may not get back to you right away, but you don't be surprised if I Skype you right away. And I think, he's calling me? Yes, I do have this. Even if I'm at Zaxby's eating my chicken, I'll actually talk to you and actually help you. The reason is because I care about every one of you. Everybody can actually make a great living doing this. But what you got to do is you got to take action. The first thing, I'm telling you, the course is a lousy $7. And that's $7. Why I do this is because I love teaching. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see me teaching in front of a huge crowd. I love it. You know what? And I get pumped up. Every time that every one of you guys put up a screenshot that I made $50 or $100, you know what? That keeps me going. You know what? How much fun that is? You know what? That's better than anything else because it makes me feel good. If you help enough people get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. And that's awesome. It's the best feeling that you ever have. All I ask is when you get to there, which if you stay in this business for 12 months, I'm going to tell you, you can literally be a guru, is that always help the little guy, because all of a sudden, remember who you were. You were a little guy. You didn't know nothing. So take 5 or 10 or 15 minutes out of your time and actually help him. You know what? He may be the person that actually may be helping you later on, or actually just, who knows, a business partner. And it's just really a good thing. It's a good feeling.
That's awesome stuff, and you're absolutely right. And what I love is, I love going into your group because people do post that stuff, and it starts off, you'll see somebody, they'll post $2, they made $2, but they're posting, and it's that first $2 that gets them jazzed up. Hey, this actually works. I mean, believe me, I know what that's like, because I remember, one of my first things that I did was I had put out a course. I'd never done that before. And I remember we put it up, and we actually were leaving town, and we were in a hotel room, and I'm like, whoa, look, we're at $100. Oh, we're at $200. Oh, and that weekend I made $500.
That's exactly it. The same guy is putting $2 up. A week later, he's putting up $26. You know what? It's building momentum.
Absolutely.
And everything. And all of a sudden, that same person, I remember, I forget, Nagesh or whatever, he's out of India. Doesn't even speak English, okay? And I think he put up the other day $129.70. Okay, and $129.70 in India, I don't know, was it $1 million a day practically there? I mean, so what it is you start small, like Ray said. It might be $2. Next week, all of a sudden, your videos are getting ranked even higher. Now you're making maybe $26. Then you might be making $100. It snowballs. Stay in the game. That's what the mastermind group is to push you forward. Think about it. If you went to a gym and you got a coach, he's going to keep you going for a while. If you stay by yourself, I'm telling you, you're going to be out of this game in no time. You got to stay in the group, stay active, ask questions. And then as you're asking questions, they say, hey, I'm having a problem with this. You know what? Everybody in the group is going to say, hey, let me help you. Let me see your YouTube video. And everybody's going to jump on there and help you. So keep in mind that the group is free. Take advantage of it. It's all there, and I'm on there constantly. If you have a question, you can private message me. I'm right there for you. Don't be surprised that, like I said before, is I'll say, hey, let's do a Skype session, and we do an hour Skype session. I've done one about a few days ago for over two hours with Kelly, and I think Kelly B, we're going to name her, and it was free. I don't charge for this, but I do it, like I said, because I love it. All I have to do is trust your instincts. If you think this is for you, go for it. Like I said before, if you're a part-time mother with 3 kids and even have a small part-time job, you can do this if you can actually have an hour a day to devote to this.
Well, and the great thing is, if you are that mom with the part-time job, I know, because my wife has been there. It kills you to have to go and do that sometimes, to have to leave the house and go do that, especially if you're a single mother. And, I mean, how much does a single mother make? Unfortunately, probably not a ton of money. It doesn't take much before you can probably make enough to be able to say, hey, you know what? I can stay home with my kids. I don't have to go out and work at Walmart or whatever it happens to be, dealing with the public and everything else. I can stay home with my kids, because it doesn't take a whole lot to be able to reach that point. And fortunately, this is something that can easily do that for you. I know. I mean, I remember the first day, the first time that I ever said, hey, look, we made enough money to pay the mortgage from sales online. And it was crazy to me that could actually happen, but it does. It works. You can absolutely do it. And the best part is you can have fun with it. Not only with making the videos and doing that, but just, as you start to make the money doing this stuff, you can have fun with that. For instance, I keep a chart here. I literally keep a chart. Every day I write down exactly how much we made. And I sit there and I go, oh, we were down today. Oh, we were up 100. Oh, we were down 100 from yesterday. We got to do something. And, it's a lot of fun. And what also is fun is when you're not there working. What I always like to do is, go out with my family to a restaurant, and in my head, I don't actually do this with other people usually. Usually this is in my head, but, well, gee, while I'm in here eating dinner, can I make enough money to pay for this meal? Can I make more while I'm sitting here eating this meal than it cost? And you can have a lot of fun doing that, and oftentimes that's exactly it. And you look at your phone and you say, hey, all right, in that hour I was here, I made $100 and I only spent 40. So it can be a lot of fun, and you can do a lot of cool things when you reach that point. It's just a matter of, like we said, taking action.
Ray's totally right, guys. Let me tell you why he's so right. And when he's looking at the phone, okay, I sold my Subway because I make more money with my YouTube marketing. Okay, that's his point out. I'm a landlord. I told Ray before and everything, and I have around 6 houses. But let me tell you, like when you have a house, let's say you're getting maybe $700 a rent. one of my videos actually makes over $1,100 every month. Now, $1,100 house, or $1,100 for a house to actually invest in one, that it's probably $140,000 to $130,000 to buy the house and rent it out. But the problem with renting out houses is that you have to deal with tenants, you have to deal with insurance, and you have the electricity, and you know what they say that when they move out, then you got the house vacant for 2 months, so you're losing $2,200, 11, plus you got to evict the client or the person. Now, when you have a video that's rent, let's say it's making $700 every month, you don't have no electricity, no rent, no nothing. All you have, and you don't have no labor, just you. Now, say that you have $700 per every video you make, and you actually, let's say you put up 10, and each one's getting 700, 700. And this is possible that everybody can do this. Now you're making $7,000 per month. So this is real money. Can it be done? Yes. Is it easy? No, you got to work at it. Don't think that you can actually just get this right away. I mean, for me to get that $700 video or that $1,100 video, sometimes it takes me 1 to 2 months. What, is it worth it? Heck yeah, because you would have to buy maybe a $100,000 house to reproduce that. But remember, it's not pure profit like you actually get when you actually do a YouTube video almost. I mean, there's no hosting. There's no websites to make. There's like nothing. All you got to do is go on YouTube, take a little webcam if you want, or using jing.com, and just make a quick video, get it ranked. The reason you want to do it is because it's a lot easier than renting actually renting a house or actually running a subway. Running subways is crap. Trust me, you don't want to do it. It's a hard business. This is a fun business. This is a business that you can actually do, which I have done. I actually spend part-time in Palm Coast, okay, which is Florida. And I'm actually on Flagler Beach with my laptop computer, with my toes in the sand, while my wife is playing inside the ocean, and I'm actually, just working and doing my SEO. This can be done anywhere in the world. I mean, you don't have to go to a crappy job. You can actually do this and quit your crappy job. You know what job stands for? Just over broke. So you know what? Go for it. What else are you going to do? Are you going to keep on spinning your wheels like a hamster running around inside a circle on that spinner? Or are you actually going to just take a chance and trust your instincts? You know what? If you're my best buddy, Don, I would tell you go for it. The reason is because it's not much at all. But you know what? I'm there to guide you and give you a lot of free coaching if you need it. You know what? I pretty much poured my heart out to everybody. I love being on Ray's show because you know what? He's a giver, and that's why I like Ray. Ray just gives, and he's actually there available for everybody, especially if you have a question. You know what? I tell you, I'm proud to say that he's one of my best buddies.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we've had a lot of fun, and we've done a lot of things together with these, and between Profit Pirate and Facebook Quick Cash or whatever it was called. So yeah, I get so confused now. There's so many different ones that you've done, and all of them have been great.
Everything.
Absolutely, and you always share some great information. So, and by the way, for those of you who are watching this, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this immediately afterwards, if you're trying to click that yellow button below this, the product is not live until what is today's date? Today's the 23rd, or today's 24th. So the 25th, it'll be live. So if it's the 24th and you're watching this, and you're clicking the button, wondering what's going on, it's not actually live yet. But tomorrow morning it will be, and I will make sure, assuming that Aweber works again, I will be making sure that you know exactly when that goes live, because it's going to be a product well worth getting your hands on, something that can really, it can change your life. Even if you do it part-time, imagine an extra $1,000 in your pocket. What can that do for you each month? That could pay your mortgage maybe, depending upon, or your rent, or your car, or whatever, or make sure that all your gas is paid for. There's a lot of things you can do with that, and then just keep building on that and building on that, and you'll see success. It's just a matter of time and work.
Exactly. Imagine actually while you're sleeping you're making money. That's the cool thing about it, guys. I mean, my phone, I have it hooked up with PayPal, and my wife says, will you actually turn that phone off? Because all night long, a ding, 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 PayPal's actually ringing. I'm going to tell you, this is the best business in the world. I love YouTube marketing. It is so much fun, and especially make this a competition, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one of the keys of why I'm successful is I got the hunger. Think of Eye of the Tiger, Rocky. Okay, now what you want to do is when you see a guy up on top, he's your target. You gotta beat him. Okay, I mean, look at it like a mad scientist and really just try to, figure out what he's doing and take that spot. Once you take that spot, move on to the next keyword. I'm telling you, this is a lot of fun. If you make it as competition, you think of it as like Rocky, you want to just take it. Remember, Rocky. Remember when Mickey said it, he says, Mick, he goes, why did you give me the bum fights? He goes, Rock. He goes, they were all great fighters, and they really are, but you lost the eye of the tiger. Keep the eye of the tiger, keep hungry, want to beat the competitors on top. I'm telling you, because what it'll do is actually force you to make a lot more money. That's really the secret of my success. I mean, Ray will tell you, we're like the hardest working guys on the internet. But you know why we do it? It's not because we have to. We love it.
We do. And it's true. I mean, the lifestyle thing is great and all, but, I put in a lot of time and a lot of effort on these things. It's not, it's not always sitting on the beach like they show in the, the squeeze pages that people put out there. Mm-hmm. It is a lot of work, but it's definitely well worth it, and it's much better than being in a cubicle surrounded by a bunch of people you don't like. So, it's definitely the way to go. And James, again, thank you for coming out and talking with us today. I don't want to drive people crazy with this going too long, but the quality of content that you've provided today, the insight has been great, and you've even pulled some of that insight out of me today, which I usually don't talk much about money, but it's a rarity that I do, but. I think it was appropriate for this, and hopefully, hopefully you guys have gotten a lot out of this. And if you're looking for more information, please just, starting tomorrow, the 25th, click that yellow button below this, or if you're watching it on YouTube, click that link and check it out, because it's a great product. It can definitely make a lot of change to your life and can really help you to get your business rolling. Any final words, James, to the tens and tens of people that'll watch this?
Or tens of millions of people that will be watching this. You guys, after you get the course, because I know you're going to trust your instincts on this, this is just, I mean, when you get into the mastermind group, please, hey, say hi to me. And the ones that do say, hey, I saw this on Ray's show, I'm going to give you a lot more help. Not that I don't give everybody a lot of help, but it gives me a chance to actually say hi to you and actually welcome you in the group. And then I'll give, like I said before, my personal Skype is I'm Lucky with James. And I go, even if you don't go for the course, that's fine. But still, just come in, say hi to me. It's a 30-day win-win situation with it's all 100% guaranteed. And I love to have you in the group, and I love to make a friend out of every one of you guys that get in. Thanks for having me on, Ray. I totally have a lot of fun. And I just, you know why I put out courses? Maybe just so I could come back and forth on this show because I love it so much.
Well, beautiful. We're glad to have you on again, and thank you. So, guys, please check this out. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me, or even if you're in my Facebook group, James is in there as well. So feel free to ask some questions, and he'll be glad to answer them there as well. So good luck, James.
Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
All right. We'll see you.